My girlfriend takes a really long time to finish. How do I keep from being bored?
Hello, I've never posted on Reddit before, but I don't know who to ask at this point, so I've come on here in hopes for some advice. My girlfriend, 20 female, and I, 20 male, have been together for a little over 6 months now. We're very happy together emotionally, and we love one another very deeply. She's the easiest person in my eyes and I let her know all the time. She turns me on easy and always knows just what to do every time we have fun. The issue comes along when it's my turn to do things to her. Don't get me wrong, I love to make her feel good, and I don't have a problem doing everything I can to make her know how hot I think she is, but the thing is, she takes forever to finish. I don't know what the average time is for someone to finish. I typically take 30 to 45 minutes at most, but even with toys, fellatio, fingers, and kink, my girlfriend takes almost 2 hours just to finish once. I feel like shit every time I leave her without finishing, because halfway through our fun, I start to get bored. I get tired, and at this point, it doesn't seem fun anymore. I've avoided doing things with her for the last 2 times she's been over, just because I feel horrible for not being able to get her to finish because of our great difference in stamina. I've talked to her about my feelings and asked her what I could do to make it easier for the both of us, and she doesn't know what to tell me. She said she just takes a long time because she's used to just doing things on her own since this is her first sexual relationship. I want to fix it. I want to do SI things with her, but I just don't want to get bored or lose interest halfway through because it starts to feel like the O is more important than the fun. I already feel bad at the fact that our sex is based on taking turns and not the togetherness of typical heterosexual sex, but on top of it, I always feel like I'm cutting it even shorter with the fact that I can't make her finish. For extra info, she also doesn't give me much feedback during the act, no moaning, no words, just closed eyes and heavy breathing. If I ask if she likes it, she nods her head, but then later admits to me that she loses concentration when I talk to her or move my hands, tongue, etc. a different way that's more comfortable for me when I get tired. I feel really dejected afterward, and when I ask her what she wants me to do about it, she just says she doesn't know. TLDR, my girlfriend has more stamina than I do, and I don't want her to feel bad about it, but I get tired and bored halfway through. What should I do? Okay, no one can be expected to have sex for 2 hours on any sort of regular basis. This isn't sustainable, and the solution isn't to keep yourself from coming for 2 hours. Is she on antidepressants? If she can orgasm by herself, she could get herself off while you two kiss and you touch her body. Is she willing to show you exactly what she likes? Cause nobody can stimulate someone for 2 hours without adjusting their hands or tongue. She can't just I don't know and continue like this. I agree. I also don't think keeping myself from release is the best option either, given I could even finish hands-free if the session gets hot enough. We have done it once, where she finishes herself off while I kiss and caress her. It went well, but I don't think she wants to do that every time, and I like to feel involved. After all the replies I've seen, I think the best option is like you and others said, to just ask her how she likes it, try to replicate it, and try to prolong my own orgasm, but not neglect it. You could try watching her or mutual masturbate yon if she's too shy to see what she's doing to get off on her own and try to replicate some of that. I know it can feel like an orgasm is the most important thing, but it's so much more important that you both just have a good time. You should feel comfortable to tell her when you need a break, and she should feel comfortable doing the same to you.
I also think this is a doctor question, but this is mostly an issue that she needs to deal with, and it seems like you are more distressed than her. I don't think there's anything wrong with her medically. One comment suggested she might have something like vaginismus, but she takes it just fine. She primarily gets off on penetration. Says that external stimulation doesn't give her the same feeling. The tiredness I typically feel after a while comes from my hand getting too tired of finjar or using a dildo. I can't say for sure if my girlfriend feels just as concerned as I am, but she does know that I have my insecurities with inadequacy and is in support of fixing anything that may be bothering me. She has expressed to me that at one point she felt like maybe I just didn't want her, but that couldn't be more wrong, and I've expressed it to her. Now it's just a matter of figuring out what we could do to make it go by at a pace that fits both of our needs. Can you get toys involved? Toys are involved more than 80% of the time. We both favor using them during sex more than without, so that's not an issue. However, my collection of toys is pretty lame, so I think it might be good for us to get some that are more couple-friendly. The ones I have are mainly for solo. I also think this is a doctor question, but this is mostly an issue that she needs to deal with, and it seems like you are more distressed than her. I don't think there's anything wrong with her medically. One comment suggested she might have something like vaginismus, but she takes it just fine. She primarily gets off on penetration. Says that external stimulation doesn't give her the same feeling. The tiredness I typically feel after a while comes from my hand getting too tired of finjar or using a dildo. I can't say for sure if my girlfriend feels just as concerned as I am, but she does know that I have my insecurities with inadequacy and is in support of fixing anything that may be bothering me. She has expressed to me that at one point she felt like maybe I just didn't want her, but that couldn't be more wrong, and I've expressed it to her. Now it's just a matter of figuring out what we could do to make it go by at a pace that fits both of our needs.